Hello, everyone. I'm super thrilled today. I've got a very inspiring young lady with me. She is a mountaineer and a trailblazer, and she's touched many peaks of the country and abroad. So it's amazing to have her today with us. Welcome, Sameera Khan, to the episode. It's truly amazing to have you with me today. So let me get right into it. What got you into mountaineering? And what was that first thing that you wanted to get into this kind of a space?
Hi everyone, I'm Sameera, Sameera Khan Mountaineer. Well, what has gotten me into this is I lost my father when I was 2015, and that's when I began to volunteer as a disaster relief campaign. Yeah, like several medical camps that I had conducted uh, across India, and yeah, that gave me a sense like, okay, I just finished my explore more of my inner aptitude and capabilities that I can pursue. Yeah, I began to solo travel and I lost my father, and I started cycling in his country then, and yeah, when I started cycling, I became more pertinent towards adventure sport. And then I was exploring a lot of culture values and comparing a lot with our social constraints that we have in our country. Yeah, to write a book on it because I come from a rural background.
Okay.
It's a very small town. I feel I come from. It's Anantapur in Andhra Pradesh. It is yeah, it's a very small town, and we have a lot of constraints on women and girls, and that is what I'm fighting for now.
Okay.
I'm on a campaign which is called Mission Mountaineer
Okay.
Women Empowerment, and like it's not exactly women empowerment; it is under women empowerment. I have this rural girl development program. It's a campaign that I'm doing across India, cycling to rural areas, like to the highways, uh, and then going there to the high schools and the middle schools to address on social constraints, dowry, discrimination, and harassment.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something that I've been doing for the past 7 years since I
Okay.
became a mountaineer. I wanted to inspire a lot of girls. Yes, you all can also, because a lot of girls are suppressed.
Right.
Many of them are like they don't get to do what they want. Like unlike yeah, I know it sounds very silly for the urban people, but yes, the rural India is like this. It
Right.
is still like that, 100 years behind. It annoys me. It frustrates me. That's what gotten me into this kind of initiation.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Also, I want to know, I'm sure there are a lot of challenges, obstacles around the way, when you start something like this. So, what are the kind of challenges you faced, and how do you prepare before a major expedition?
Okay. For my mountaineering, all I need is money, first of all, and then the rest I already am well prepared because fitness wise, I have my daily routine.
Okay.
Diet wise, also I have my daily routine. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the money part because every time I go on there, it's really to make coffee not less than 7 lakhs at
Okay.
least if I'm
Okay.
doing it in India. Or if I do it abroad, then it's costing much more because usually you have to pay permit fee and the equipment fee.
Right.
Yeah, a lot, a lot. Yeah, it is one of the expensive adventure sports and also, yeah, very elusive. And that's one of the reasons why our Indian government doesn't want to recognize that as a national sport. I tried getting that done. I
Okay.
stayed in Delhi for a few months and then fought for it, but nothing. Yeah, in India, nothing happens.
Right.
It only happens if you have good influence or if you have some political background to your profile. Then sponsors will come to you,
Right.
or yeah, you would get enough support.
Right.
If you just have, there are hundreds of Olympians,
Yeah.
to be honest, in India, from rural India. They are Olympians. They played for Olympics, but they're not recognized because they don't have enough background, like politically or any kind of influence. So I also come from that category. But I worked really hard on my ac- activities, to be precise, because these are the things that I want to pursue because I wanted to show, especially uh, to the rural girls. Okay, all you need to do is just focus on yourself, see who you are and what you can do and what you can become.
Right.
So these are the things that you need to question at a very early age that I have done when I lost my mother at 8. When I was 8, I
Okay.
lost my mom, and then that's when I questioned, like, okay, who am I? Well, it came to me. It doesn't come to everyone, but I was truly inspired by a lot of courageous women in our India. One would be Sushmita Sen, and another is Benedict Tito.
Right.
Uh, yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of stories from both of them, and I also heard a lot about Indira Gandhi.
Right.
So yeah, I'm quite inspired by all of them, and I stand up to be something like that. I really don't want to be exactly like them, but someone who you can call, like, okay, this girl is coming from a rural area and then she can do it and I can also do it because I also come. Nobody supported me, to be honest. I I found my own way. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to become. Then I carried on with it. I heard my inner self, and this is exactly okay. I want to volunteer in camps. Yes, I volunteer. I want to do school campaigns. Yes, I want to do it. I am an entrepreneur also. I'm quite early to education because when my mom was dying, she wanted me in the school a bit early. So it's like, although I'm much younger to my certifications, but I finished my education. That was a plus point so that I could pursue things much faster. That was, yeah, I really don't mind what my documents talk about, if I'm
Right.
older. I really don't care. Because for me, what matters is like my life has served a purpose. I really don't care what people other what people would have perceptions on me. I really don't care how um, the other urban girls are like mocking me because a lot of people laugh at me when I say uh, girls empowerment or really girls development. So it is really funny, silly for them, but for us it is real.
Right.
This is uh, something that we grew up with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me something. So you've submitted so many peaks. Is there any some major peaks that you are proud of that you've submitted, and how do you feel when reaching on the top?
When I submitted the Mount Anadavlam, yeah, that was in 2018. Yeah, I was really proud, and I thought I would really, I couldn't really make it. I wouldn't really make it. I thought because it was my second peak as a mountaineer. First, when I had a calling, yes, I was cycling in Southeast Asia and coming back to India to do all the daunting expeditions, like one after the other. This was my goal when my father died because I really wanted to know what my capabilities are. So I ended up spending all of my savings on that. I really don't care about that as well. Um, when I did Kanchenjunga in the summers of 2018 again, uh, I went to the high camps. Yeah, that's when I realized, okay, there is a sense of calling.
Okay.
I think I can be a mountaineer. I want to scale mountains. I want to do mountains. Yeah, that's what came to me. And
Okay.
then I realized, okay, let's go to Nepal.
Okay.
And when I went to Nepal, it wasn't easy for me. It
Right.
was like I thought it is okay. All you need is money, and then okay, you can do it. But no, it wasn't so. I needed enough endurance on the high altitude. It's like one of the practices that you have to pursue. Okay, then I spent about 2 months training myself with the Sherpas, and then finally in the autumn I went to Ahmedabad. One mountain that I had done in India.
Okay.
They also call it Mount India. Is there is another name for it? Iceland Peak. Yeah,
Okay.
and people also call it Iceland Peak. So any beginners as a mountaineer, they would either do Iceland Peak or Mira Peak or Labuchi. You know, these are the peaks that they end up doing as a beginner.
Okay.
Once you pursue your basic mountaineering training, yeah, that's that's I passed. I submitted that, and after that, this Mount Ahmedabad thing, it was really daunting, and I think I'm quite proud of that because I'm the first Indian girl to uh, go to the summit. Then,
Wow.
then I came back. Like yeah, when I submitted because I thought I wouldn't do it because my
Okay.
fees were. Uh, there is a lot of problems that we go through. There are a lot of situations that we end up going through because in the high altitude, it's not like okay any other sport like okay you just gear up and then go. In the high altitude, it is much daunting. It is like inexplicably daunting, and
Okay.
you have to consider nature. You have to consider your own endurance. You have to consider weather changes. Um, yeah, a lot of times you can have avalanches and also huge rocks. One of my friends died at the same day. Like, he's an Austrian. He was a doctor, Austrian doctor from Vienna. He was climbing. The thing is, I climbed much delay, like 4 hours delay, because I had some issues with my shoes and my feet were swollen, so I had to take rest and bring that into down and then pursue my uh, further ascent ahead. So I took a while. If I were with them, probably I would have been one of the victims who lost their life because there was a loose rope because of the loose rocks. Because when you have ice melting, you have rocks creating a lot of space in between. And what happens is when a rock creates a space, then ropes are already fixed for you to ascend. There is a wall, straight wall. It is about 120 meters, 120 meters high. That wall, you have to like it's straight wall like that, and you have to ascend that. So while ascending that, there are up ahead you have loose rocks which can cut your rope through. So that was one incident which had happened. So I was kind of traumatized, obviously. And then I didn't. Nobody told me until I passed that wall, college camp two. And then once I was at camp three, I was really traumatized. I was like, oh God, why this monster mountain had to be so brutal? He was such a wonderful, kind person. He was really kind. He had all the food, like nutrition room. So he used to share with all of them. As a doctor, he was really sorry. He was his purpose. It was really nice to see. Yeah, that
So,
was one mountain. It was my first breaking point.
wow, okay. What is your vision forward today? If I see Sameera probably 5 or 10 years down the line, what are the targets you've set for yourself that you'd like to achieve?
I don't have any targets.
Okay.
Sorry to say, I don't have any targets. It's just that at this moment, I'm feeling like, okay, I need to make a change in the rural area. This is what I'm going with. And I don't know what I'm going to do next year. All I want to do is like, okay, I would love to do Mount Everest. That is my prime, yeah, ambition, I would say. But due to a lot of uh, financial issues, I have to withdraw it since a few years. I've been trying to ask my government and also going to a lot of people, philanthropes and stuff like that. I think, people call themselves philanthropes and humanitarians. Also, I don't want to name people that I have met in Bollywood. uh, they call themselves that, and they're truly not that. It's like they only do it for medical emergencies. And I feel like, okay, I wish I had a cancer, and I'm trying to scale Mount Everest. Probably then they will support me. I really don't understand that. Why is that? Okay, I understand. It is like medical emergencies are must prioritized, but it doesn't mean that you completely ignore
Yeah.
the other streams. It's like I feel it's kind of a show off what they do. You know, I'm sorry, I'm quite straightforward, and
No, it's
I I would express everything what I have to express when I feel like expressing. So this is something that I have experienced, and I don't like that. And I think they do it only for the show off because it's like they believe in the quantity.
right.
You know, they wanna bring the nations and yeah. So like as though they're serving the whole. Yeah, it's really shameful that it's a kind of underneath hidden piece of being a humanitarian. Yeah,
Also,
that's yeah, yeah,
I want to know, like a lot of women, look up to you, and the kind of life that you've chosen for yourself. If some young women want to also, get into adventure sports, they want to get into mountaineering, what are the kind of attributes one must have, and what is the kind of advice you'll give them to pursue their dreams?
yeah. Any sport that you choose, any sport, be it mountaineering or rock climbing. I'm a proper rock climber, and I organize rock climbing courses in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. And also, I go to Norway a lot for ice climbing. And so it is like any sport you end up choosing. Once you know, like, okay, once you tell yourself, okay, this is something that I want to do, and then you straight like straight away start focusing on like, oh, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is something that I have to research on. So once you start researching, go to some institutes. That's what I have done. Like properly, either wherever you want to go, wherever in the world you want to go, choose the path, and that will make you proper. Like once you go to the institute, you will know, okay, what are the pros and what are the benefits of it, and how you will analyze much more on the institutional level, because once you are getting trained for something because you're passionate about it, that is your passion, so that is what you choose to do. So yeah, it's something very grateful that you do to yourself. Is like do a proper research, go to some institute. Don't approach people who have done whatever. Don't approach individuals. Okay, They might misguide you, or in India there is a lot of jealousy.
Yeah.
uh, they find it rivalry. It's something like that. I have been through, so I would say like, okay, don't go to universe, like, don't. Just go to institute and just enroll yourself there, or do things on your own. Like, okay, start doing your own adventure courses. Like, you can. There are a lot of institutes that they offer individual courses. But yeah, go to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take much of your time. My last question for today would be, what is the kind of legacy, you'd like to leave behind and be remembered by?
Ah, I like this question because I want to die young. I really don't care about religion at all. Really, what my faith is my personal. It is my private affair. I really don't want to uh, expose it to the world, and I want to be remembered for that. You know, yes. You can do all you want. All you need to do is just struggle for it because you're born in India. You have to struggle. Yeah, it is being in India, coming from a rural area. I was literally born in a poverty because my father had lost everything when he was born. Oh, literally, you know how Indian poverty is, you
Right.
know. Yeah. So I was born into that, and I, I grew up. I worked hard. I want to do this, and I have done that. So I want to be remembered in all the girls that I'm meeting
Yeah.
day in and day out now in this campaign, or in the past, for the past 7 years since I have become a mountaineer. I have I have been trying to impact a lot of rural girls' lives, on their lives. So I would love to be remembered like that. Okay, she was amazing, and she was really hard, and we want to work hard too for to be self-reliant and have that courage to pursue your dream. So that's something, yeah, that I want to. That is the only thing that you can do. Nobody's going to support you. Nobody's going to do things unless you are something on your own. So that legacy has to carry on.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much,
that's something.
Sameera, for giving the time. It was so, inspiring chatting with you. I wish you keep exploring more expeditions and keep shining, keep smiling always, and wishing you all the very best for your future endeavors. And I'm sure all the people watching us today would be so inspired and would be rooting for you. So thank you once again to do this candid chat with me, and hope to see you soon on the other side.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for supporting my campaign. Thank you for understanding. Not a lot of people want to support. I'm in Gujarat, and the police here is pathetic, and I want to say that they work really less on the causes, more for their politicians and religious. Yeah, if I'm on some religious tour, like promoting some religion, then they would support me. I hate that fact about India. It's so dependent on religion. It is. We don't need that, dude. Come on, we are 100 years behind. We don't need that so much. Keep that aside. Move on.
Yeah.
Focus on something else. Religion is a part of life, not just life.
Yeah. So thank you again,
All right.
Sameera. It was lovely
Thank you
chatting.
so much. Thank you so much for understanding, and thank you so much
Yeah.
for supporting my campaign through this
And I'll see you
video.
soon. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.